When a struggling single mother stands before a stern judge for a crippling $200 parking fine, her 6-year-old daughter breaks the silence with a heartfelt plea, "I'm hungry." Her innocent request catches everyone off guard, including the unflappable judge. What follows not only changes their lives, but also leaves everyone in shock. How does a child's voice challenge the rigidity of the law and sparks a moment of profound humanity? Find out in this story. Maria Hernandez woke up before dawn, the soft hum of the city barely breaking the silence of her small apartment in Chicago's South Side. At 6 years old, Elena was already a bundle of energy, her laughter echoing through the cramped space as she played with her favorite stuffed animal. Maria glanced at the clock, 5:30 a.m. Another day of juggling multiple jobs awaited her. After a hurried breakfast, Maria double-checked her bag for Elena's medication, packed tissues and mints, and ensured Elena had her beloved stuffed bear. She kissed her daughter goodbye, the weight of the day pressing down on her shoulders. With a deep breath, she headed out into the bustling streets, determined to make ends meet. Traffic on Michigan Avenue was notoriously chaotic, especially during rush hour. Maria weaved through the honking cars, her eyes darting between the pharmacy on the corner and the clock ticking relentlessly. She reached the drugstore just as the sun began to climb higher in the sky, casting long shadows on the pavement. Inside, the pharmacy was a maze of shelves and hurried customers. Maria moved swiftly, picking up Elena's medication and rushing back to her car. As she approached her vehicle, her heart sank. A bright orange envelope lay on the windshield, another $200 parking fine for the spot she'd taken to save precious minutes. Maria's mind raced. $200 was more than half of her weekly grocery budget. She could barely afford rent, let alone an unexpected fine. Desperation gnawed at her. She knew she couldn't pay it, but the thought of going to court was intimidating. The stories of stern judges and harsh penalties loomed large in her mind. She glanced at Elena, who was quietly waiting in the back seat, unaware of the turmoil their day had taken. Maria made a decision. She would contest the fine, hoping for a miracle in the intimidating halls of the Cook County Municipal Court. Over the next few days, Maria immersed herself in parking laws and court procedures. She practiced her statement, trying to balance her fear with the need to present a compelling case. Nights were sleepless, filled with worry about how she would explain her predicament to a judge known for his rigidity. Maria's past weighed heavily on her. Betrayed by Marcus Rivera, her boyfriend who had stolen her savings and abandoned her, she had been forced to abandon her college dreams and work tirelessly to support Elena. These memories fueled her determination to fight the fine that threatened her already fragile stability. The morning of the hearing arrived, and Maria felt a knot in her stomach as she walked into the imposing Cook County Municipal Court. The high ceilings and stern-faced security officers added to the intimidating atmosphere. She found her seat, clutching her prepared statement, and glanced nervously at Elena, who sat beside her, holding her hand. Judge Samuel Thompson, a man with a reputation for strictness, presided over the courtroom. His stern expression and no-nonsense demeanor set the tone for the proceedings. Maria took a deep breath, ready to present her case, unaware that the presence of her young daughter would soon change everything. Maria rose to face Judge Thompson, her voice wavering slightly as she began to explain her situation. She spoke about her multiple jobs, her need to pick up Elena's medication, and the desperate choice to park illegally to save time. Her words were heartfelt, painting a picture of a struggling single mother doing her best to provide for her child. The courtroom listened in silence, the tension palpable. Judge Thompson nodded thoughtfully but remained impassive, his face a mask of professional detachment. Maria felt a flicker of hope, but was quickly overshadowed by anxiety as the judge appeared unmoved by her plea. As Maria concluded her statement, the courtroom remained silent. Suddenly, a high-pitched voice broke through the tension. "Judge, I'm hungry. Can I have a hamburger, please?" All eyes turned to Elena, who stood up beside her mother, her innocent request echoing in the room. Gasps filled the air, and even Judge Thompson looked momentarily taken aback. Normally, such an outburst would be met with reprimand, but something in the air shifted as the young girl made her plea. Judge Thompson leaned forward, his stern demeanor softening as he addressed Elena directly. "Why don't you tell me more about these hamburgers, young lady?" Elena looked up at the judge, her big brown eyes filled with sincerity. "My mom worked so hard and we didn't have breakfast. I'm just really hungry." The courtroom was stunned into silence, the gravity of Elena's words resonating with everyone present. Maria felt a mix of embarrassment and relief as the judge engaged with her daughter in a gentle conversation, asking about her school and her favorite foods. As Elena spoke, Judge Thompson's expression began to change. He listened intently, his rigid stance giving way to a more compassionate demeanor. He learned about Maria's struggles, her past betrayal by Marcus, and the lengths she went to support Elena. The judge's eyes reflected a newfound understanding, a rare glimpse of empathy behind his usually stern facade. Maria watched in awe as the atmosphere in the courtroom shifted. The tension melted away, replaced by a sense of hope that she hadn't felt in days. After a brief recess, Judge Thompson returned to the bench, his demeanor noticeably softer. He addressed Maria directly, commending her for her dedication as a mother and acknowledging the difficult circumstances she faced. Given your clean driving record and the challenges you've described, I'm going to dismiss this parking fine. A collective sigh of relief filled the courtroom, followed by applause from those present. Maria felt tears welling up as the weight of her financial burden lifted. But Judge Thompson wasn't done yet. He handed Maria a list of local support services, including childcare assistance and career training programs, offering her tools to rebuild her life. Leaving the courtroom, Maria felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. The community's reaction to Judge Thompson's unexpected kindness was heartwarming, and she knew that this moment marked the beginning of a new chapter for her and Elena. With the resources provided, Maria enrolled in an online degree program, balancing her studies with her multiple jobs. The support services helped lighten her load, allowing her to focus on building a more stable future for her family. Back in his chambers, Judge Thompson reflected on the day's events. The innocence and sincerity of Elena's plea had awakened a long-dormant empathy within him. He realized that justice wasn't just about enforcing the law, but also about understanding the human stories behind each case. Inspired by Maria and Elena, Judge Thompson began to incorporate more compassion into his rulings, seeking to protect and support the vulnerable members of society rather than merely upholding strict penalties. News of Judge Thompson's compassionate ruling spread throughout Chicago, garnering praise from the community and local media. People were touched by the story of a single mother's struggle and a judge's unexpected kindness, leading to a broader conversation about empathy within the legal system. Maria became a symbol of resilience and hope, her story inspiring others facing similar challenges to seek support and fight for their rights. With the assistance she received, Maria successfully balanced her studies and work, slowly rebuilding her financial stability. Elena thrived in school, her bond with her mother stronger than ever. The resources provided by the court helped Maria secure better job opportunities, allowing her to save money and plan for a brighter future. Judge Thompson continued to embrace his compassionate approach, earning respect and admiration from both his colleagues and the community. His transformation served as a beacon of hope, demonstrating that even within the rigid walls of a courtroom, kindness and understanding could prevail. Years later, Maria graduated with her degree, securing a stable job that provided for her and Elena. The story of her case remained a testament to the power of empathy and the impact of one person's kindness. Judge Thompson's courtroom became known not just for its strict adherence to the law, but also for its compassionate rulings that considered the human element. Maria and Elena's lives had been profoundly changed by that one day in court, reminding everyone that compassion and understanding can transform lives and foster a more just and humane society. What are your thoughts on Judge Thompson's decision? Do you think it's important to have empathy over a legal case where it could change or influence someone's life for the better? Let us know in the comments below.